Hello, welcome to Coachowidi. Today I want to talk about divorce and the traumatic, tormenting memories. There are people and, couples who, when they've gone under divorce or through divorce, you find that the same time they end up beginning to miss, their partner. Well, some of these are experiences I've seen and heard by association, And the more I've met the divorcing couples, one of the things is many things seem to trigger their past. At times when they come back home and possibly the music that their partner used to listen to, that becomes a trigger. When they cook the food that most likely was the favorite, when they walk or driving and they go to this restaurant, or they pass by the restaurant that they used to go to, and you find those triggers at times become so traumatic that one of the partners at times just resolve to sleep, and they're sleeping the whole day. In the event, they end up losing their job, and their children become lonely for those who have children. It is important to understand, because at times some ask me, is it abnormal? It is not abnormal. It's just like having, a hand that has been amputated, or you have a wound, that has been hurt, and that particular wound takes time to heal. You were connected to this particular person. So it's not abnormal to go through that process. So first of all, you cannot change what you don't accept. The first step and the most important is to accept that what I'm going through or what I'm going to go through is normal. There's nothing abnormal about it. And so friends might also find you abnormal because you find that in churches, people handle divorce differently for those of us who are Christians. And family members, traditionally, culturally, like you find in, there are communities where, like I know, like Machakos and the Kamba community, the law is that when mother has been paid, that mother's dowry has been paid, a woman does not go home. And so you find families and clan members treating you so differently, and at times they're so rude. You go for functions. And so it is important to accept that it will be normal. And one and very important part of advice, find someone to walk you around. Go for counseling. Go for life coaching during that adjustment. It is very important. And it takes a while to adjust and to accept that a partner that you've been with for all the years, quickly is not there. One of the things, in reality, the fact that Moses spoke about the divorce, the fact that Jesus spoke about divorce, and Paul spoke about divorce, simply means that divorce has been, was, and is a reality to date. And that's something that we cannot downplay at all. It has happened before, and it will happen in our era and time. And so the best we can do is not to ignore issues surrounding divorce in relationships. The best we can do as ministers, as pastors, as coaches, as counselors, is to equip ourselves with the knowledge around this topic. And so that as we help people adequately and appropriately. Now, Paul comes and speaks again about a woman and a man who are married. And he says, if one who's married to an unbeliever and the non-believer chooses to walk away, let him go or let her go. You are free in that case. Again, in the context of love. So Jesus Christ was speaking to the Jew, but Paul was speaking to Christians, Corinthians. And in the Corinth context, when you study it very well, what happened in the church is a church which had pagans who were converted into, Christianity. However, even though they were converted, but some of them still came with their culture of the world of paganism, of Gentiles, and that is a temple prostitution, to a point where you found someone would sleep with his, father's wife, and it was okay. Such are the moments and the issues in the Bible that are good to quickly examine why. And so in this context of love, in the truly Paul does not promote divorce, but he says if a believer truly at that particular moment has a husband or a wife who's an unbeliever, and the one who's an unbeliever chooses to walk away, it's okay to let them go. Now, this recording, simply an understanding that when you are married to a partner, and this particular partner indeed has gone away, those tormenting, torturous memories of your time together will come. And that's why they tell you, the advice is, at the time when you're going through that particular moment, through that season of emotions, it is not the best time to make decisions, any critical decision. Some you'll find that because of their relationship, a husband will still war his way out into the marriage to come and help with different chores, or the wife with different chores, and they end up again getting involved. It is time to seek for a lot of advice, a time to need to be sober and to accept that such moments, difficult times are going to come. But how do you handle that? That is what matters. The Bible speaks about, renewal of the mind, conforming to the patterns of the world. If there's a way your body and your flesh will want to react, and that is where you've got to go back and quickly accept that my body desires to react. But what is the best way to react or to respond to this situation? That's where you got to have friends around you who surround you, who can help to advise you, who can help to hold your hand. You can cry together and pray together. 1, 2. When you're about to make any decision at such time, it is good to seek for a lot of advice. And number 3, it is important to accept that it's going to be a difficult transition, for that which you've been with for many years has been torn away from you. Just like an amputated leg or hand has to take time to heal, or a wound takes time to heal, divorce equally presents a painful moment that will take time to heal. So you are not abnormal, because at times some people feel like, am I being abnormal? How comes I have to go through this? Yet I wanted it. Not really. You are not abnormal. You are only going through a transition, a time where memories that were very dear to you, close to you, that you made vows to, has been torn away from you. And so if you have happened to go through this, a time is good to seek for pastoral counseling, seek for counseling. At coachowidi, we are here to help. Allow us to help you. For more details, go to coachowidi.org. You will find our telephone numbers there. But directly, my telephone number is 0724-994066 as a Kenyan line. We are here to hold your hand and walk along with you. Thank you for listening. Please feel free to forward to anybody who you know who could be going through this experience. Thank you.